Alec Pierce, unleash a long one. Alec Pierce, get on here, Alec. Like, big play. But what? 40, I think it's 47 catches over 1,000 yards. How?
Lots of deep balls.
Yeah. But that's not all you are, right? And great to see you. And like, I hope you're enjoying this. And good morning to you. And
Thank
you just talked to Isaiah Likely. Yeah, it's the crazy. It's the the checkbook season, which we love. You're about to go through it. What is it like? I don't know if you search your name. You probably wouldn't admit to that if you do. It is so fun to see all the love you're getting. What is it like?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, my phone's just kind of been blowing up a little bit this past, really. Well, especially yesterday with the whole franchise tag thing and all that. So, yeah, it's been crazy to see. I'm off of Twitter. I know that's kind of where the information's at. So I'll be trying to figure things out. I told my friends to text me if anything crazy, if you see any Adam Schefter tweets and stuff like that, because I do like to follow that. But I've been off Twitter past couple of years.
I think that's the way to do it. I love that. Like, when something happens, you'll be the first to know, I'm sure, or somebody will let you know what the gossip is. We saw that play going into this little bit, what we just saw from Leonard. I want to take a look at it one more time because it's Week 18. It's against Houston, big-time division rival. There's a lot of drama there, of course. You guys hate each other. You go for a season-high 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. How did you make the best secondary in the league look like this?
I think we kind of just had a mentality going into the game, like really nothing to lose. We knew we were going to take our shots, take our chances. And, it was Riley Leonard's first career start, and he was excited to go out there. And, it was just special to see. We connected a few times, a couple of deep balls. But, yeah, we knew going into the game how many yards we needed to get 1,000. So I had kind of gave Riley a little incentive on that. It took care of business.
I love that. Now you're a free agent, awaiting. That must take a lot of patience from you, which I can't imagine is easy. Yesterday, I'm sure you're by your phone. You're trying to figure it out. What's like the first thing that hits your head when you see that the tag gets put on Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I think that was kind of what we were expecting from me and my agents. I think obviously like the quarterback's the number one thing, and we knew talking with the Colts going back and forth, basically like until they had a quarterback in play, like we got to treat them like they don't have a quarterback. So it's tough as a receiver to really commit to a team not knowing where the quarterback's at. So I think like my team and the Colts knew that like we weren't really going to get much done with a deal until they got a quarterback done. So they were really priority one for them was Daniel. And I guess that's what they decided was the best option to getting his deal done was placing the tag on him. So
knowing they have a quarterback now, how does that affect the way you're thinking? What's important to you?
Yeah, at this point now, it's like I love Indy. I've loved playing there. Great organization, great people in the city. Just a ton of support. I know we haven't been as good as we could be, and I know we can be. But yeah, now at this point, kind of earned the right to explore free agency, see what's out there, and just, make a decision that's best for my career and for my family.
What's important to you? I would love to know, just like as a person, I think Colts fans, other fans that like are dying to have you, like Buffalo freaking fans who are like all up in the chat and the DMs, all of this, like get him, please tell him Buffalo would love him. Like what is important to you?
I mean, definitely like quarterback play, like stability in a franchise, like winning culture, things like that. I'd say are probably the most important. Yeah, it's been, just being in Indy, I played with a ton of different quarterbacks. And I think, they're on the way to figuring that out with Daniel, if they can get like a long-term deal done with him, because I believe in him a ton as a quarterback. But I think I've understood the battles that come with, not having that stability. So like, I think as a free agent, that would be something that I would look into a lot.
Can you tell me what was behind this? Obviously you did it with Leonard there against the best secondary, so it's not maybe as much on the quarterback. But What, you, Daniel Jones, that connection, can you sort of describe that?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Like I've only known him now since whenever he signed there, like last April maybe or last May, but so it hasn't even been a year yet. But yeah, no, it feels like in that 1 year, like our relationship's just grown so much. Like he's a great friend to me. I spent so much time together, so I think just having that as your quarterback, just being able to like freely communicate and just be on the same page, I think just because of how tight we were, like I think is special.
Yeah, and then you had like Phillip Rivers. I'm just so curious because it was like this, as a fan, like watching this magical season and the run you guys were on, and it was all happening. And then of course like the adversity strikes and all of that. Like now that you're, you like the Indy organization, it sounds like you're welcome to coming back there. You like your quarterback situation. Like how do you sort of view the year as a whole? I mean, we had Carly, we had the gravity of Jim Irsay, that entire fan. Like there was so much going on. Like, I guess, what's the lasting impact in 5 years when you look back at what this Colts season was like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a real like tale of 2 seasons really, because it was that first half of the season felt special. Like we were on top of the world. Like, we were playing for Jim. It just felt like we had everything going for us. Like our offense, we couldn't be stopped. And then, going into the bye week, Daniel gets hurt. He's still playing, but he's playing on his injured leg. And so I think kind of once that happened, like took a little bit of like wind out of our sails. We started getting hit by the injury bug. It wasn't just Daniel. There's other guys that got injured, and it just was that's the thing with football. Like there's so much. Like it almost like to win the Super Bowl and to go on and be the best team in the NFL, like there's so much things that are outside of your control that kind of like need to go right for you. And like, it just felt like we didn't have all the right things fall into place for us towards the end of the year.
Yeah. Did you learn anything about Daniel Jones? I know you said you didn't really know him that long of a time, but like obviously that kind of adversity, how he carried himself, like what did you learn about him?
Yeah, I think, I saw obviously toughness, even before he hurt his Achilles. Just him playing on like his injured leg was pretty remarkable to see. So that was just showed the toughness he had, and there's just like how much I think having a leader that's doing something like that, like kind of just for the whole team, is like inspiration, and kind of it puts things in perspective. You're like, it's week 10 or whatever, your body's hurting a little bit, you might be like complaining you don't want to go out there and practice, but you're like, oh man, we got this guy out here, he's practicing, his leg's not good. So yeah, I think just seeing that from their leader is pretty. It's just like a good leadership skill.
Yeah. What if like Chris Ballard calls you like right now? That's like sort of manifesting this. Do you have your cell phone near you somewhere?
This is my cell phone right here, so I put on Do Not Disturb in case I'm getting a lot of phone calls.
Oh no, so. I don't love that. I don't love that for you. How close are y'all to getting something done?
I'm not really sure. I think my agents they're on that more so, but I think they really said they're gonna start working on stuff, after they figured out the Daniel stuff, which was yesterday. So I think we'll see it. They should be getting back to us today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at other teams that I know want you. I mean, I've heard things. Mm-hmm. I know with fans, I'm looking Patriots. You keep getting linked to the Titans. Is that interesting to you?
Yeah, I mean, that's, it's a good spot. It's close.
Got a lot of money. You would be such a game changer for Cam. Oh, my God. Like, I can't even imagine what that would be like. Giants, Bills is another one. What would it be like to have Josh throwing you the ball?
That would be special. I mean, he's one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. Big fan of his game, always. So that would be cool, too. Yeah,
Ravens, Chiefs, like, Chris Ballard, know ya, love ya. We got to get this done. We got to get this done. Colts fans, I don't want to leave you. I mean, you're the most sought-out free agent after this career-high season, which we love. And yes, deep threat. And I said it in the beginning, and, like, my producer, Cal, back there is like, but he's not that. He's not just that. He's not there. There's so much more to you than catching these bombs from any of these amazing, great quarterbacks. What is the area of your game that does not get talked about enough?
I think I agree there's a lot of, like, untapped potential, and I think that's what people see in me as a free agent, because, like, the stuff I'm doing a lot of times is the hardest things to do. Like not every receiver can run deep balls and make plays down the field, because I mean I think you got to kind of have that skill set, be big bodied, be able to run stuff like that. So, but I think there's a lot of untapped potential. I know I can do things similar to receivers like George Pickens, Nico Collins, where they are like vertical threats and they make plays down the field, but they're also very dominant at all three levels. And that's the type of receiver I think I know I can be, and I think that's what teams are probably projecting me to be too.
I feel like you don't get credit for sort of like the technician that you are. Like, do you put a lot of pride in that, a lot of work into that?
Yeah, for sure. Came a long way. That was definitely something that I struggled with, probably more so like in college. Like I was very, very raw, and just always been working on that. But yeah, no, I try to get better every single year. And Reggie Wayne's been my receiver coach the past 4 years. He's done an incredible job of helping me out with that. So yeah, I've just been working on that.
Yeah, I think you're amazing after the catch, more amazing you get credit for. And I like that you mentioned Nico Collins, because I think it's another thing you don't get credit for. Like, you will run through people.
Yeah. Try
to, which I love. You've led the Colts in receiving. I also want to say, if people, this like 47 for over 1,000, not a one-hit wonder. I do want to point out to any teams that might be watching, any clips that I might be sending to said GMs over the next week, like, you've done this the past 2 seasons, and that to me adds up to a wide receiver 1. And there's a lot of wide receivers out there that do want that label. How important is you to be a primary target? Can you be that guy, and why?
Yeah, no, I think this is something I definitely believe I can do, and I think it's something I haven't really had the chance to do. I think you can look at the numbers, the targets I've had the past few years. Like, I know you said earlier when you're talking with Isaiah that you're not a math girl, but I am a math guy myself. And you said extrapolate, and I was like, you can extrapolate my targets if you give me targets that.
Let's go. How many targets can I get? Cal, can you tell me how many targets? You know. I know you know, Alec. How many targets?
It was like 80 something. So yeah. I mean, I think there's not very
84.
many receivers that have got 1,000 yards and under 100 targets, and I had 84. So
let's go. I love this.
I think you take those numbers, and what's like a receiver 1 get targets wise, like 130, 150, something like that. Yeah,
average, I guess.
You basically double my targets. I'm setting the record right there. So
we're saying we're saying we're gonna have a 2,000-yard season. Is that what you're?
I mean that's what the math says, but now obviously it doesn't work completely like that. But
yeah, you're Calvin Johnson. That's what I'm hearing.
I mean, if that's what the math says, but if you give me, like, I think I could get a lot more targets. I think that's what I'm most excited about, getting paid and being a free, or like, getting a big contract, is like the coaches in the front office know they have to back up that contract. So like, I'm no longer going to be an 80 target per player, like if I get paid this big contract, like they're going to have to throw me the ball more and give me more things. Cause a lot of times the stuff I was doing was all downfield. It was pretty like low percentage type stuff. And that was just kind of the nature of our offense. And we've talked about it, but like the more of like the short game, intermediate game, that's probably a little bit easier, like completions, that type of stuff is going to be stuff that I'm going to take on a larger portion of now. I'm kind of projecting towards doing that, because it's just like, you got to justify paying a receiver all this money, and you can't be a guy that's catching 2 balls a game,
Yeah, very well said. You did your thing against the toughest competition. Hamilton, you're saying that, is there news? Sorry, Hamilton, there's breaking news with corners? What just happened?
Trent McDuffie's been traded to the Rams.
Wow. You guys faced each other late in the season.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? That's sort of wild.
Corner. He's a great corner. Yeah, no, that is wild. I mean, because obviously, like the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Like, you wouldn't think they want to get rid of a player like that, because they're always one of the best teams in the NFL. But I know you were mentioning earlier, I'm sure they have some issues themselves in terms of like money, and probably need some draft picks, stuff like that. So
it's all happening. I just wanted to give you that news since you don't use Twitter. But speaking of corners, like you played with Sauce.
Yep.
And those battles were on. What did you learn from him, I guess, before you go?
Yeah. Sauce is. So I went to college with Sauce also. So like.
Yeah. Is he helping you stay in Indy, Sauce? Are you on? Like, are you?
You should. Yeah. We played golf like a week or two ago. Yeah, that's my.
Oh my gosh, you were such a golfer. You won the freaking NFLPA golf classic last year.
Exactly, I know, and I'm bummed they just canceled it this year.
I heard,
I'm a little bummed about that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
so who's winning
we'll
the
be back.
Masters? I'll give you last at the buzzer. Who's winning the Masters?
Oh man, I mean, Scotty.
Scotty.
We gotta. I feel like that's like the one bet you always gotta have, right?
You're winning the off season. Enjoy. You've earned it. Go crush it. 2,000-yard season coming for Alec Pierce. See ya.
I appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.